Morning, dogs. Morning, dogs. Look at these dogs. They're going nuts. What the hell is that? Did it hail? What the heck? Did we get hail? No, it didn't hail. It friggin' snowed. That's what this stuff is. I should grab and make a little bit of a snowball and huck it at CP. She would be so pissed with me if I did that, especially with her being in the house cleaning away the way she is. So getting ready for Thanksgiving weekend. It's still cold out here, but it's supposed to warm up for the weekend. But yeah, we got our first snow last night. And these birds are gonna have to get moved here soon. Into the big chicken house, not this one. And those guys, they have a building that they can go into. So there it is. But we got to get on Little Blue and start pushing manure up in a couple other corrals here today. So anyway, I'm going to check the feed for these guys. We got snow, but the water never froze, so I'll let you all go. Alrighty guys, well, it's a little mucky. Water laying, 3/4 of an inch of rain. These corrals are all clay base. Right here, this driveway, I got some gravel, so it's not bad, but down in there, I hauled clay in around that water bowl. Got 4 or 5 bucket loads brought in. Build it up around the pad area. Got to bring a shitload into the bottom of that corral. This corral's all pushed up. Got the manure out from under the shelter. So that's all done. Alleyway's cleaned out. So now it's just this guy, what we call our new corral. And it's been called new corral for years, but we don't use it a lot. Last year we used it more than any over the last 3 or 4 years. Last year was the one year that it got used the most. So I got to get the manure pushed up in here so that so it's easier to get it hauled away. I don't have to push it up. I could pretty much just grab and go. But when it comes to these shelters, you got to get the stuff out of the shelters, right? So, anywho, I think I'm going to close this gate off and get the cows set up so they can go into corral 1 for water versus corral 2. So if anybody's wondering, corral 1 is right there. Corral 2, corral 3, new corral, front barn corral where the bobcat is. Calving corral is to the east of that. Windbreak corral. There's a lot of corrals. You can't have too many corrals. Or can you? I don't know. The worst part about having a shitload of corrals, if you don't use them, you still got to maintain them. Anywho, I want to let you guys go. It's 12:30, so I'm gonna go have a coffee and see how CP is doing with all of her house cleaning stuff. I don't know if I said it before, but it's Thanksgiving this weekend, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll talk to you all later. Alrighty guys, well, CP and I discussed it and we decided that we should haul the manure out of corral 3 right away and get it done and over with. And then I can work on the last corral, the new corral, or what we call new corral. The only difference is I'm gonna haul this stuff all the way to the neighbors. So he's gonna kind of come out and check the field and see if he wants me, now that the machine is spreading a lot nicer, see if he wants me to spread it heavier or keep doing what we've been doing. So yeah, that's what we're doing here this afternoon. We'll try and get all of that pile hauled out this afternoon and go from there. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Well, there's a big old moose for you. Swamp donkey. Not a bad rack. He's not huge, but he's not bad. Yep, somebody will end up getting them, but it won't be me. I haven't got a tag this year. I have never had a tag for a moose, not yet. We're in a draw zone, and I've been putting in that friggin' draw for the last, I think it's going on 14 years, and I've never been drawn. How about that, eh? Maybe next year. Anyway, corral 3's just about done. I think I got one more load in there. So let's get her done. Catch you guys later. Not quite full, but just about. That's the last load out of corral 3. It's done. We'll get the tractor out of there. Then swing some gates this way and that way so that these cows, these two with their calves, those late calvers, the one that had the monster and then that heifer right over there, anyway, they need to come into this corral 1 for water. So I gotta adjust my alleyway gates, and then the horses can come into corral 3 for water. So I might as well get Little Blue the hell out of here, because this is done. That makes me feel good that this is done. Found a couple of big honking rocks. Put them over there. And there's one more in here, and he's gonna stay there. Big bastard right there. But gotta get in here this fall. Get all the 2x4s on this roof for metal cladding. And right here at this post, well, this 2x8 or 2x6, it's got to be replaced. It rotted away. And at this post, we got to lift, knock that header beam out and lift the roof line up, because it's dropped about 6 inches right there. I don't know why. Did the post settle into the ground or what? But we gotta push him up, because there's a bad dip right there. So hopefully I can get some help doing that. But now that all the manure's cleaned out of here, it'll be easier to get in and out of here. So sweet. Only one corral left to do, and it's gonna be a while before we get to it. With with Thanksgiving this weekend, and then next week we're fertilizing, and not with cow manure. We're actually adding to the cow manure and putting granular down, and then we'll be disking it all in. So yeah, that's what's happening next week. Anywho, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll deal with these gates, and tomorrow's another day, right? So fun. Let's get her done. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and we'll catch you all later. We got critters in the cab of the tractor. They got wings. I opened the door and 5 birds flew in the cab.
Well, they're the color of the sky.
Look out, Mocha. We gotta get these birds out of the cab. Jesus! Flying around my head. Get the hell out of here! Morning, everybody. The goddamn birds are want to ride in Big Blue. They don't want to fly around. What's going on? We're gonna go and do a little fencing. I got my helpers over there. Mama BP, Mama Panna, and CP, obviously. This thing is just getting parked in here for when my buddy comes over. He's coming over to investigate that friggin' fan for the heater. What did I do with my glove? I was sitting on it. But we got to put up some fencing, so I got to go get the other tractor, grab my tools, and we'll be on our way.
Oh, you just put that away?
Yeah, because he's got a fan problem for the heater. So my neighbor's going to come and investigate that either today or tomorrow at some point. I don't know where Kathy went. Oh, I'm going to go get the other tractor. So we got to push a 4, 5, 6 fence pickets in the ground and run a couple strings of wire to make our alleyway so we can bring our heifers home. So once I get out there, I'll bring you guys back. Talk to you all then. Alrighty guys, so as lots of you know, we rent that bush pasture. That's where our heifers are. Our pasture is right here. This is not pasture over here. You can see Mom and CP right there. But we have permission to put up this 50-foot, 60-foot alley right here. So when we bring our heifers home with calves, we just open the fence up, run them right across, and they're on my property, close the fences up, and we're good to go. But for anybody in the local area that hunts, well, you found salt too. For all of you hunter guys, and I talked to the landowner of this property right here. You see the grass is all trampled down here. You guys that are hunting, you better pray to God I don't friggin' catch you coming out here anymore. because I already talked to the landowner, who is my landlord because I rent land from him, on the verge of possibly renting more land from him. And this could be mine. In essence, it is kind of, because we're building that alley. What the hell are you doing coming onto private property without proper permission? And to set up a bait station basically right on my fence line, like 40 feet away from where I'm standing is my fence line on two sides. So I already got your chairs that you had sitting out here, and I'm taking them home with me. And if you want them, you come and get them. I don't appreciate guys hunting without permission on private property. I already talked to the landowner. He already told me nobody has contacted him for permission. And you guys are coming in here on quads. Not acceptable. Anyway, we're gonna get back to work at putting up our wire. Yeah, pull some wire, babe. Okay, talk to you guys later. There, we got our alleyway built. 4 wires. It doesn't have to be tight, it's just a temporary thing. But it's 4 wires. And when we want to bring them across, we'll just go on that side, find them with the side by side with some grain in it, open this wire here, these wires, open this up, fold them out of the way, and then we could just run them straight across back home to our place. Easy peasy.
Now you might go buy that land for sale, then you should buy it. But you don't want it.
It's $735,000
For that one,
for that 1 quarter.
you never sell them.
They can have it.
Solid bush.
And it's solid bush. It's worse than ours.
Picnic.
So it took us a week to get around the fence.
Yeah.
Anyways, this job is done. And in time, if we end up renting that a lot in the future, I'll build a gateway right here, and then you can just open the gate to run the cows back and forth. Okay, see you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, went out there and did that fencing, came back here, and CP and I started cleaning up in this old wood pile that we had, digging stuff out that's stove length. Obviously has to be split. Some of it I had to cut. As you can see, that's fresh cut. We gotta split it up. I'd be cutting it to stove length still right now, except the chain on my chainsaw snapped in half. It was getting old, and I broke the chain. So anyway, we'll split what we've got here, get this cleaned up as best we can for now, and then we'll have to get a new chain at some point and continue on. So anywho, we've got the Red Rock 27-ton log splitter here. Just let her rip and split. Kind of like that. Makes it life a lot easier than an axe, which is what I normally do. Nothing wrong with an axe, except it's a little slower than with this log splitter. So I'm going to keep going, and we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, I'll be honest, this friggin' thing is definitely going to go into the shop. because it needs a rack or a guard welded on in this area that goes over top the motor, and it can't be open. It's got to be like a flat piece of metal that's welded on the side here somehow, or onto this side right here, but extends out to like 5-6 inches past the side of the engine, because you get chaff on the top of the engine. You let little wood chips. I've got a little one stuck down in there. Motor's hot right now. Another piece down there. And just to stop that stuff from getting on the motor would be really nice. And then for those really big logs, that rack could extend out the side on this side, kind of like you got on that side, but have another one on this side. So when you split those really big buggers, one piece falls that way, one piece falls this way, and it's not falling on the ground or something like that. But other than that, 20 minutes worth of work, and we got a full bucket load. I don't even think it took 20 minutes, maybe 15. Anyways, take this over to the wood shack, unload it. Why am I not splitting the wood at the wood shack? Well, because all of this stuff was here, big logs, and we got a pile of friggin' bark and stuff that we got to get rid of there. And you always get all of this kind of shit here, wood chips and stuff, when you're splitting. So let's, for now, this stuff, let's keep the mess over here with this stuff, right? Alrighty, off to unload. Talk to you later. Well, it's 4 o'clock, guys. Going for bucket load number 3. Let's see how long it takes us. I'll bring you back when we're done. Alrighty, guys, half a bucket load, split, stove length, 10 minutes. Maybe not quite half a bucket load. You quitting?
No, I'm picking up this now.
Okay. You got all that, but none of it is stove length, and I don't got a saw here to cut it with. And my teeth aren't good enough like a beaver to gnaw through it to cut it to stove length.
And this one.
It's not stove length, it's too big. So all of this, and that big log there, and that other post, those few there, and then these trees over here, all have to be cut to stove length. So next trip to the city is get a new chain for the saw. Alrighty, catch y'all later. I'll show you the wood shack once we get over there. There we go. So still lots to go to get it.
Oh, yeah, that's what they're looking at.
To fill it right up, but
You don't have to fill it right up.
that's 2.5 bucket loads. It's one step closer, and we still got all of this stuff to cut and split. Got those logs that all have to be split. So by the time we're done, she'll be pretty full. That'll be nice. Anyway, later.